Oh, well.
Hey, hey, everybody. Hey,
How you people
y'all
doing?
out there in Facebook and YouTube world. Hey,
You just be
everybody.
making up songs like
Going
on the
on? What's
fly.
going on?
Like, what was the song from last week? It was Chewy, 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 Chewy.
Chewy.
So, hey, everybody. How's everybody doing? Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for joining us, hopping on here with us this evening. For y'all that are watching on YouTube and Facebook, make sure you go ahead and comment, say hey to us, all of that good stuff. Like, share, comment, and join us for this dope conversation that we are having tonight. Hey, hey. And make sure you share this stream. And if you
Yeah.
aren't able to listen through the whole show, you can jump on over to JQLM Radio. We definitely want you guys to be able to hear us if you cannot see us. So make sure you hop on over, download the JQLM Radio app, and that way you can listen to us if you cannot watch us. Okay, see, we got good stuff popping off all the way around. So
Yes,
even if you
indeed.
cannot be here to see our beautiful melanated faces, you can definitely hear us. All right.
For
So
sure.
how it was everyone's day today? How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
My
I'm
day was
good.
cool. I'm walking
It's a
around
good
here
day.
now, super sore from the gym from the other
I was
day,
about to
not
say,
today though.
Okay.
oh, from
Y'all
the
should hear me
other
walking
day.
around. I'm making sound effects like.
No, Papa.
Hey, every time I
Not
move,
the Papa.
everything hurt.
No, Papa. We don't need
Listen,
that.
I've been there when you get them 40s, that's
Oh,
when you
not
start
Papa.
feeling stuff.
Hey, I ain't in my 40s though. Hey,
That's
don't
what I'm
don't just
saying. You
age
get
me
close.
like that.
When you
Don't
get
just
there,
age me
He
like that,
said,
bro.
he said
I'm
you
just
getting
warning
close.
you. I'm pre-warning you.
Man, look.
He is forewarning you,
But don't you
bro.
work out often? Shouldn't your body be used to that? Like
Yeah, but the
conditioned
thing,
to deal?
yeah, but the thing is, I slacked off for like 2 weeks. And, every time you go back, it's just like you starting all over fresh.
2 weeks.
So,
So
yeah,
so
hey man, look,
but
you don't know my life.
so what you got so what you got to
Shame on
understand
you.
too is sometimes you go in and you try to train heavier because you want to trick that muscle. You got to trick the muscle, so you can't do the same thing.
Trick the muscle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my
I'm
So
trick the
you-
muscle.
yeah.
Noted.
That's just like that's just like what time is it? Okay, I have to say this. So it's just like in your vagina when you
No,
get
oh
what you gonna
my
say?
god,
No, no, we are not
What?
it's a
starting
No,
there.
muscle.
it's
It's
eight
a
on
We are
muscle.
not
four.
going there right now. It is
No.
only 5 after.
I'm
No,
talking
hey bro, you
muscles.
got that?
I'm
no,
speaking muscles that contract and come back, you know what I'm saying, have a memory. Muscles
No,
have
it's
no.
memory.
Already
8:04.
though,
8:04.
No,
bro. You got
That's
that
why I
green
said
screen thing on
vagina.
again?
I said vagina.
vagina.
Anyway, we just gonna.
Mouth.
I love y'all. What's up? Let's get into it.
You see what you made my eye do?
Hey Leo, that's a nice
'Cause,
hat you got on.
boy, thank you,
Hey, now
thank
she
you,
hit your ass with the Della Reese eye, and the hard knife.
bruh. Cause I'm like Jesus. Thank you, Mouth. This is a Leo Rochelle original from Royal Outcast Artistry that I
Hey,
created
that boy is
myself.
fire.
Hey,
Thank
hey,
you, thank you.
hey.
Yeah.
If you would like to check them out, you can check out Royal Outcast Artistry on Facebook and Instagram, or you can check out my personal page, Tiffany Rochelle, on Facebook. And there are plenty of photos there as well.
For
And
sure.
so this is one of my custom creations. I decided to put this one on tonight because I was feeling a little jazzy, a little cute today, you know?
Oh, y'all all outside of y'allself.
You are too. You got the
So
glasses on.
What? What I do?
You
you
got the
got your
glasses
little
on.
Because
glasses
I
on tonight?
y'all.
You got your little glasses on.
They won't be on for long. I'm sure.
So
Yeah.
let's not be rude here, people. We have a special guest here, and we got Queen Bree on here with us tonight.
Hi,
She
you
is
What's
our
guys.
up, Queen
special
Bree?
guest. She's
Welcome,
our
welcome,
special
welcome.
guest that
Ladies
will
first.
be talking about
Ladies first. You gotta give Queen some music, you know what I'm saying?
Got you.
she
I got
will be
She give me
our poly expert. She will be our expert, not necessarily an expert, but she is a person in the poly lifestyle who will be dropping some gems on us this evening, giving us some information on what we need to know about this poly lifestyle. And I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people that want to know some stuff. They're going to have a lot of questions. So, and myself being one of them, I'm going to have a lot of questions.
Let's talk about it.
The conversation.
I'm just gonna sit over here and sip my tea.
Okay, so that mean you're gonna be quiet.
Right.
Nah.
He is not gonna be quiet. That's a lie.
Right.
I mean, this topic's so interesting. Like, we should all just be quiet and let her talk for like 2 hours and like just take notes and shit.
Listen.
Right. Because listen, I'm gonna just go back and watch it and pull out my notepad and be like.
So let me get this clear before we start.
Yes.
Are you in the poly lifestyle, or you have been in the poly lifestyle?
I am in the poly lifestyle. So at
this very moment.
At this very moment.
While we speaking right now, it's another man and another woman in the next room looking at you.
But so this is the thing. I'm polyandry. So I want 2 men, and sometimes I want a girlfriend with a
Okay.
So see, look, we ain't even got that yet. So
okay.
Oh, it's gonna be interesting.
I just want to put that disclaimer out there, though, that when she asked me about this, I said I can give you my journey. Like, I'm not coming to the platform to speak for every poly individual, because as we talk tonight, you're going to realize that it's about creating your dynamic and what works for you. So today, you can ask me all about my journey. I'm here to be an open book. I'm here to talk about it.
Yes, and I love an open book.
And that's what makes it unique, you know what I'm saying? Because it's your journey, you know, it's not nobody.
I gotta be honest.
Like, this is what you went through from the beginning till now. So, you know,
that's it. Like, I'm in a poly lifestyle.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people are poly.
Hey man,
what?
I am.
Since when?
All my life. Me and these 4 fingers and the thumb.
Boy,
Leo, please give me muting powers. I just need muting power.
Girl, listen, I'm about to give them to you because I don't know if I'm gonna be fast enough. So
hey, it never fails. Every week he got left field.
In here. He stays in left field. You know, I don't know. So we're gonna hop right in here. So when it comes down to the poly lifestyle, there are different divisions of poly, correct?
Yes.
So you are polyandry, right?
Yes.
Okay, can you explain that a little more in depth about what that polyandry is and what it consists of?
So polyandry, as far as the dynamic, is when you have a woman with multiple men.
Okay.
Now, this doesn't have to be where your partners are partners. You know what I mean? Like, there's lots of dynamics. You have your quads, you have your, threes. It all depends on how you want to bring this down. Like, so let's talk about it. It's so layered. The thing is, we are only taught one thing. Like, I don't know about you guys, but when I grew up, I was only taught monogamy. Monogamy is all I saw. Anything outside of that, you were considered a cheater. Like, just all of that extra stuff. So, yes, I'm polyandry. In my perfect world, I desire boyfriend.
Like, with me, like, I'm not like too knowledgeable of all the poly stuff. Like, how many like different categories of poly are there? Like, I'm this asking for me because I never dove deep into that.
So this is my thing. When I first got introduced to it, we thought of polyamory. Like, everybody knows polyamory. You always hear about one dude and 2 chicks, and you always hear about the sister wife situation and all of that. I knew that I don't want a girlfriend. Like, I like women, but I don't like women in that sense. You know what I mean? So for me, I started researching what it is that I wanted to create. And that's how I found out about this whole role of polyandry. But it breaks down into so many different aspects. Like, the first thing I did when I decided that maybe I'm not meant to just love one person, maybe I'm supposed to love multiple people. And I started looking into Black Poly. So I definitely want to shout out Black Poly on Facebook and Instagram. Those are huge platforms that really introduce the poly community to Black folk, for one. So definitely follow me on Instagram. Like it's a community that basically breaks it down. So I'm going to tell you, there's polyamory, there's polyandry on my end. Definitely check out these poly groups to be able to break down the dynamic because it's huge, you guys. Like
Mhm.
there's more out here than monogamy. They just tell us one thing and we take it. And
So, I am in a few poly groups because I wanted to learn about this lifestyle, understand it, gain some knowledge, and to see if that's something that works for me. But so there is solo poly, and that's pretty much considered dating
What I'm
yourself.
talking about. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Solo poly. You're by yourself. Um, Polyamory is relationship with multiple partners. Polyandry is what you're talking about, right, Queen?
mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then there are, hold on, I'm pulling up my notes because I was researching this earlier. I was like, wait, because I need to know and I got information and I got to understand it. And because this was just like totally interesting to me. There is polyfidelity, and there's pretty much that's pretty much like everybody's together as a whole unit, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, and then
Like a cult.
um there's swinging. Swinging was listed under that, and I didn't know that was actually a part of it too. So that's
What?
interesting. Yeah,
I
I don't know
think
if
What
it's
that
the what
right.
the
I
what the
don't know if it's
playground? Why they
right.
ain't putting the playground in this?
The
no,
playground.
I don't. I think it's almost like religions. You feel what I'm saying? There's 1,001 religions. Don't. I'm not saying Jesus could. You know, there's 1,001 layers to this. So today, I can talk about the journey of polyandry, but there is. I mean, there's certain things where in my world, I want two partners, and I want
Right.
my partners to have partners. Like I'm not
Right.
selfish. I'm not a selfish lover at all. Like I want everyone to be able to get what they need because of the fact that we were not put here to just love one person. That's just how I honestly feel. And I feel like I've talked to a lot of married men, and if they would just be honest about what it is that they need and desire, then everybody's technically poly. They just don't want to admit it.
They just don't want to say that.
And you touched on something earlier when you was like the monogamous or whatever, like that's just societal pressure or whatever. So I agree. Like if more people were honest, then I don't even think relationships will struggle that much because
No,
it's like you
the
just
boys stay
like
tuned to where they
it's a
are.
lot of pressure on
Yeah,
most people to like try to stay monogamous with a one person. You know what I'm saying? But if it like some poly stuff was introduced, I think more relationships would be happier and last longer or whatever.
I agree. And the dudes that I deal with, you got to deal with the ego. So automatically you get these men who are like, oh no, once you have me, I'm all you ever gonna want. And I can't
That's
stand that.
definitely it. That's always the big part. Like,
And
oh no, I'm all the man you ever need,
yeah, and
baby.
they're grabbing
With
their
the
stuff.
DMX voice.
Mm-mm. I'm cool, and I don't want you to fuck me trying to pretend me to make me think that you're all I need. Because for me, it's not even about the sexual concept. It's about the fact we were put here on this earth, and for everybody to get their purpose done, it's going to take multiple people. For me to do what I was put here to do, I'm going to need multiple people to do that. But then I get in a relationship, and now I only need one person that is supposed to help me thrive and flourish. Where they do that at? I don't believe in
Come
80-20.
on, drop the gems then, Queen. Tell them what they need to
Hey,
know.
Into
hey,
the
real talk,
forefront.
when you break it down like that, I mean, shit, you ain't got no choice
You
but
bring
to
it down
listen.
like that, you making me think I'm doing something
Goddamn, that
wrong.
shit kind of
Let me
makes
go get
sense.
this.
You know
It
what I'm saying?
makes sense. I don't believe in 80-20. Like we try to fit this, ain't nobody gonna be perfect. But if you are given the 80, why can't I get 20 over here? Why can't I'm already whole as I come into this thing, but why do I gotta lack? So to kind of backpedal, Bree, what I didn't wake up and just said I'm gonna be polyandry. It was I realized I'm a relational person. I have been in so many relationships for years, married for 7 years, in a 3-year prison relationship, but we ain't gonna talk about that one because I was healing. You feel
Baby, hold on now.
I was settling, so we're not gonna talk about that one, okay? And then I jumped.
Houseway.
Listen, no, you heard her say we're not gonna talk about that one. That's
No,
another
but
day,
we
another
no,
time, another situation, and
no,
another conversation. Okay.
no
So
houseway.
listen.
So then out of that relationship.
Cheers, Bree. Cheers. Okay.
I wrote a few
understand.
letters. I done got a few paper towel roses. I'm just saying. After that, out of that 3, I jumped into a 4.5-year relationship. So I realized once I got out of this last relationship about 2 years ago that I'm tired of fucking settling for relationships. Like, I'm tired of having to, he's such a great man, but his dick don't work.
Hey,
Or
honey.
has great sex, but he don't know how to handle his finances. Like, I got tired of having to choose the lesser evil of the two, right? So what I decided to do, because I had not been single since I was 21 years old, and I'm 37 now. So there was a lot of things growing up that I wanted to do that I didn't do because I was worried about what other people thought. So one day I went to my brother-in-law's house. He was telling me, Bree, your personality is just so big. Your energy's so big. I don't know if you're going to be able to find a man that can match that. And for me, it was, that ain't true, because I believe in the law of attraction, and what I put out is what must come back. So if I love the way I love, I know there has to be somebody coming to love me that same way. Got home, smoked a blunt or two, and realized that maybe one man isn't supposed to love me. Like, maybe I'm not meant to just love one man. Maybe I'm just meant to be loved, and I allow every relationship that I gather be that relationship. So that started the POF journey, and we're here.
Listen, ma'am. So
You some older look from older dudes. Get your little greedy ass.
Right.
Overflow.
Right.
It's overflow.
You just
listen,
gonna
because
take them all.
that just sounds like the life, that sounds like what it's supposed to be. And I could definitely feel what you're saying. Like, some shit may be really not, just because we were talking monogamy, that's not necessarily for everybody, and that's not necessarily the life that we all should live. Because
you do it.
Because it's hard. Because sometimes that shit is hard. Like, it's hard sometimes being faithful and being in a monogamous relationship when you got somebody over there looking like a snake. Like, I'm sure is hungry, but and then people always talk about the fact of temptation, and you shouldn't be tempted. Why? I'm a whole human being.
Right.
This man looked like a whole delicious meal to me. And I know that I cannot touch it. I should not touch it, but damn it, I want to touch it.
But the question is, who said I can't touch it? Why can't I touch it? And why the fuck do I care what they said I shouldn't do?
Listen, because, honey, I'm definitely with you about going against the grain. So I ain't mad at none of this. None of it. Okay. Listen, I'm over here I'm already dedicating the next 2 hours after this 2 hours to take some notes and ask some questions and do a little research and find some books. Because I'm like, hey.
Ask yourself, what do you want?
Hey, I want to be fully informed. That's what I want. And then we're going to go ahead and jumping out the window with no parachute, okay?
But sometimes the only way through is through.
That's comedy.
Listen, hey, and I'm okay with jumping. I'm okay with jumping out the window.
Because that's
not a high window, just a window, like the one right on the first floor, ground level. I'll jump out that window. But we had a question in the comments here. So Miss Price said, do you all live together? She said she likes having 2 boyfriends just as long as we all don't live together.
And you don't have to. It's creating your dynamic, right? So for me, I don't want my men to want each other. That's not what I want. I want this relationship here, and I want this relationship here. So for me, it's not they don't have to live in the same household. They don't have to. It's whatever she wants it to be and whatever works for her. But again, with polyandry, I feel like the hardest thing is finding a man open enough with his sexuality and masculinity and who the hell he is to be able to get there, because you have to kiss a lot of frogs to get to the prince.
Listen, I didn't kiss enough frogs. I'm 36.
Yeah.
I ain't kissing no more frogs. Y'all
So
better
what's
show up prepared. No, I'm just. But
Hey, for real though, that's what I was thinking when she was saying like the jail dude for like 3 years and then another 4 after that. Like, I'm like, damn, how many shit you got to throw away? What you got?
listen,
57?
nah,
you
what
gotta
you go through,
learn?
you gotta figure it out. A lot of times,
Yeah.
but I will say, just kind of looking at the comments here, Miss Price said men have been doing it for years. Now it's our
Now it's
turn.
our turn. Who
Um,
said? I'm telling you. Ah,
and Miss Chaka said, Chaka, this
I'll pay for this.
this
This profile
profile
picture just
picture,
kill me.
ma'am. She said she's having hard enough time trying to get one man. But listen, the profile picture is probably gonna deter quite a few of them. Okay, that's probably gonna deter quite a few of them because that just tickled the shit out of me though. And it says, "Listen, when you see it,
But look what the profile picture said. The
Yeah, that's
profile
what I was
picture
gonna say.
said,
Look at what it says. It says studs in middle school, but that's another story for another day. But
Hey,
go ahead, Trust.
Marcel had an interesting post. Post Marcel comment. Because I really would like to know how that works.
So do they have their own days when they want one? When they want one-on-one time? We talk about that. So I have currently 2 amazing men in my life, right? Well, that's kind of slippery slope. But I have 2 men in my life. I have one man who has never, because there's more. It's just one of those things where I believe until they're consistent, date them all, is what my motto is. So the 2 that are consistent, no, it's not a player. I mean, it's not settling. Why do I gotta settle? Like, why do I gotta cut off all the fish in the sea to see if you might be the right fish?
Hey,
When
I
if
ain't
you
mad
want
at
the
that.
right fish,
Because if you the right fish, you gonna bite that hook.
let's
Cheers.
go.
yeah, but how many fishes gonna bite the damn hook?
I mean, hey.
Listen, when you catch one,
The hook gonna be wore out.
sometimes them fish
No.
get on
Okay.
that hook and then they jump off. So it ain't necessarily meaning that that's gonna be the one for you. Just because
No.
they bit the
And
hook.
we have to put this out here. Like, I meet dudes, and the minute I tell them I'm poly, all of a sudden it's like, oh, so you a freak. So you like, let's not confuse that. Just because I want to love multiple people doesn't mean that I'm a freak. You feel what I'm saying? You could be a freak and be monogamous. That's just how you like sex.
That's true. That is
But
true.
poly lifestyle is about a relationship building. It's about having relationship with people that you are connected to. It's not just about fucking. You can fuck all day.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say too. That's kind of one of the misconceptions when it comes to the poly lifestyle is that it's about having sex.
Yeah.
And it's not.
I think a lot of humans, yeah. That's human nature
So
to think that.
we have another comment that was sent to us, and it says we have to remember the lifestyle is not the norm across all cultures. It never was. It really depends on the individual. If marriage was meant for multiples for everybody, then it wouldn't be considered a covenant. There's a big difference between a civil union and a marriage. I don't believe we are all made for multiple people in that way. I believe we gain things from each person we engage in relationship with. But when you talk about real love and a true connection across the board, spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally, etc., monogamy is not difficult in this situation. Those who choose poly lifestyle, that's for them to each his own.
And that's what I was about to say. Like, even the comment of monogamy, you know, hey, I tried monogamy. It didn't work for me. So at this point, it's figuring out what works for me.
So one thing I would think that when you talk about poly in general, that poly requires a lot of honesty, not just with the other people that you're with, but a lot of honesty within yourself. Is this something that I can deal with? Is this something that I'm willing to deal with? Am I willing to check myself when it comes to my ways of communication, when it comes to my jealous ways? Because everybody have a green eyes every once in a while. And be like, hold up, who the fuck, who you talking to, and how you gonna spend this much time with this person and you ain't talk to me all day?
Do you love her
So,
better than me? Like
right.
it ain't got
We
nothing
have
to do
to,
with
it's a lot of checking insecurities and all of that other kind of good stuff, right?
you. Right.
So, Kat, you've been quiet. You've been
Too
quiet.
quiet. Too quiet.
You've been
It's not
too
normal.
quiet.
It's not
Right.
normal.
That's why I had to say something. You are abnormally quiet today. So, but we know you got some stuff to say. So come on, because you
Y'all know
abnormally
I got some
quiet.
stuff to
Come
say.
on in the
You
room.
always have stuff to say. You just try not to say stuff when you
Stuff to
always
say
have
to you
stuff to say.
Ask me a question after 9 o'clock. No, I'm just playing.
I'm about to say no, because after
So-
9 o'clock, the topic over and you jumping into your segment. No, ma'am. Come on. Come on. We ain't doing that today.
Okay, so I do have a couple things to say. So first and foremost, I definitely agree with Bree, and my philosophy in life is that we are all energy beings. We thrive on energy. We connect with people through energy. And I do not believe that it is truly 100% possible to be with one person and not be connected to somebody else. Like we're drawn to people, right? Like we're spiritual beings. We're a ball of energy. If you break us down, we're all atoms. So it's normal for me to be drawn to multiple people. And I know, Bree, you said that some people are not born poly. I believe they kind of, and I may have misinterpreted what you said, but I believe that people can be born that way, because for me, I have always had the capability of loving multiple people at the same time. And I know there's so many people that's like, that's impossible. You cannot be in love with two people at the same time, or more than two people at the same time. And one is just attraction, one is lust. No, you can absolutely be in love with multiple people at the same time. I truly believe that. I have, so my first like serious relationship, it involved infidelity. However, if that person would have came to me and been like, Kat, you know what, I want to see other people, I know looking back, I would have been like, okay, cool, because I probably want to see somebody too. And it would have been for them to have another girlfriend, but they didn't trust us in a relationship. They didn't trust me to be honest with me. Ever since then, for the last 10, 11, 12 years, I've been in open marriages, polyamory relationships.
Yay.
Have most recently, my current husband, old style, Southern Baptist, believed in absolute monogamy. However, he was open to me. He was open to try to understand my life perspective. Now, I will say that I don't want to be monogamous. I don't choose to be monogamous, but I have the capability to be monogamous if that's what my husband desired. However, my husband was very open to the idea of a different kind of lifestyle. So he's now open to that. Now, for me, like, I think it's great to have multiple boyfriends. However, in this current situation, other boyfriends are not an option. We have agreed just to only date and or see other women, and we have agreed to have a closed triad for definition purposes. So meaning at that moment, it'll just be my husband, myself, and whomever else we choose.
I like it.
So we had a question. So you group chat with them, or do y'all sit and eat and talk about how do you keep them separated but informed?
Because it's relationships. So this is our relationship, and when we're together, this is what we have. When this is our relationship, it's what we have. There's no asking about him. Now, if he asks about him, I will be total honest and answer whatever questions you have. But what man wants to keep asking you about the next man? Just like what woman wants to keep asking you about the next woman? Love me while I'm right here. enjoy this energy, enjoy this vibe. Let's build what the fuck we got that we love. And when I'm away from you, you still feel my love. Like you still on my mind. Like it doesn't disconnect just because I'm not with you. Like I believe I'm love. And so take my love. Shit. It's
And I
not,
don't
You
even
flowing in
understand.
love.
Like,
How you
I
know
guess
he
I'm.
ain't feel, how you know he ain't got gas?
huh?
What?
Girl, Leo, give me the muter powers,
Tro-
please. Need me
I
mute
guess
out.
What was
like I'm missing the part where. So if this is the situation, that mean y'all came to an agreement. So
Yeah.
why would he be asking about the other dude? Like
Because
that this
men have
motherfucker
egos.
exists.
Men have egos. So you like I tell him, you can ask me whatever, baby, and I'm gonna answer whatever you want to hear. Now he knows that there's another person here, and he knows that there's another person here. The person over here, person B, when he came into my life and we sat down and we talked about it, because I let everybody who comes into my life understand that this is where I'm at. Because I'm not going to catch you 5 months down the line after you done caught feelings and now tell you that I want another nigga. No, I'm out the gate. When you come and sit down with me, this is who I am and this is what I'm about. So if you choose to ride this ride, homeboy, this is how we finna ride. And I'm going to take into consideration how they feel, if that makes sense.
So another question, real quick. So in the situation where, okay, this guy keep asking about this guy, do you like recheck that shit like right there? Like, hey man, don't keep asking about that, or do y'all like what?
But
How do you handle that?
typically the dudes who constantly want to ask about the next one is not down with what we have going on.
Right.
They're not.
I was about to agree with that.
Time before that's going to weed out, because don't fuck me and ask me, is his dick, do you like this? Nah, bruh. You're not going to fuck me into wanting monogamy. That's not going to happen, because it's more than just sex for me. So again, they weed themselves out. Like,
yeah. So
And I think you kind of hit on something too, Bree, and that's kind of what relationship rules is all about. Is people having the ability to structure their relationship, whatever that is, with whomever, however works for them. Because there are some people in a situation, you have to make your own rules. And there are some people in a situation that date multiple men, where the guys that they date are cool. They can all hang out together. It's some people in your situation where it's a woman and multiple boyfriends where they all live in the house together. You see that a lot more with Caucasian races, where they all live in the same house, or where, but I know some Black people that a girl has multiple boyfriends and they all hang out. They might all be at the bar, all playing pool. So it's whatever works for you, whatever situation you create. And then just to kind of touch on the monogamy part about it again, if we go back before Christ, because people judge what they don't understand. And when they understand it, they go back to the Western European ways that we were taught, which is monogamous. A marriage is between one man and one woman. A relationship is between two people, one man, one woman. That's it. That's all. Anything outside of that is an abomination. But if we take this back to biblical times and we go back before Christ, almost everybody had multiple partners.
Listen, and think about
multiple partners. Like these are things that were happening in the world before Christ. And then we have Western society come in and kind of dictate what's right, what's wrong, what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. This shouldn't be this way. This is too taboo. We're going to push you out because that's not what we're saying this should be. People get caught up in that.
Right.
So we had another comment from Mr. Starks, and he said, isn't this the same thing women get mad about with men? Jealousy exists. So are they open to date multiple people? That's the point of the situation at hand, is to cut down on the bullshit between the man and the woman, and also, again, having that transparency and honesty when it comes to the relationship in general, so that you aren't dealing with the jealousy and Now, jealousy will still exist. I'm not going to lie about that. Jealousy will still exist. There will still be insecurities. But those are the situations where you have to be open and communicate and learn those people that you're in that situation with.
And to answer his first question of, don't women get upset when men do this? Right, because men seem to lie all the time. Don't lie to me. Be truthful with me. I'm a partner, not an opponent. So for me, treat me like we are in a partnership and like we can make decisions together. So that's my thing. Is I talk to married men every day, not in that sense, but in the sense of,
let me make this clear.
Let me clear that shit out, man. So I think that just answered the question that's on the side over here.
What up?
Let me make this clear before y'all try to jump down my throat.
Right. Be honest with your wife. Tell her what your needs and your desires are. Nah, cause my ego, cause nah, that ain't gonna be. But you out here getting other pussy, but you won't allow her to go out here and get her because of your ego. No, nigga, that's selfish. Let's call it what it is, because that's not fair. And if I was your wife, I'd be cheating.
Tomatoes.
And another thing with the honesty though, like when people you talk about it, oh yeah, you make it sound real fun. You know what I'm saying? It sound real fun. A lot of people, but you got to be honest with yourself. Have that talk with yourself. Am I really built for this shit?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Am I built for this? Am I gonna really catch my fucking feelings when I know another motherfucker caressing and all? Are you built for this? Come on,
we gonna caress them together. Okay.
So 95% of the men are not built for this. I'm just gonna say that. Men are more bitches than women. A lot of men are more bitches than women.
So you're saying 95% of the men are not built to allow their woman, wife.
We're not poly ready.
Y'all the main ones doing poly, but it's cheating.
It's not called poly if they
y'all
doing
cheating.
it. If they're doing it.
If it got a different title, then it ain't the same thing. You like, y'all, it's cheating. That's cheating.
Well, I mean,
that's not poly.
I think she's saying like that's what they want it to be, but they are here cheating instead of actually having what it is that they want. They want to be able to have another partner or another person that they're dealing with, but instead of saying that or talking to the person that they're with, they like, I'm gonna just cheat and I'm gonna do everything on the low, and I'm gonna tell this person
95% of the women not with it.
I'm gonna tell this person that I love them and fall in love with this person, and then
embarrass her ass because another female not the woodworks. Like that's, you know how much energy it takes to lie and to cheat and to keep
listen. It takes a lot. You got to take a lot of naps after because you can lie.
I'm exhausted by noon.
I think that some men also are scared that whomever they're with is not going to be okay with it and they're going to leave. But what men fail to realize is say what you want. Like Bree said, say what you want. If you want to date multiple people and you don't want to just date one person, say that, because it's somebody in the world that is for you that you say, I want to date multiple people, and they will be like, okay, this is how we're
doing.
Hang out.
Right. And that person who gets all upset about it, then that's not your person. Let them go. You feel what I'm saying?
All that need to be cleared in the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I do. In the beginning.
Or not even in the beginning. Like if you all decide that, hey, let's try something. You know, and you want to change some things up with your relationship, then you can have that conversation. Like everything doesn't need to be said up front. Everything doesn't have to be like that. Whole conversation doesn't need to be had up front. But people change, things change, lives change. And so now it may be at this point in my life, I'm kind of busy. I love the fuck out of you, but I'm like, I got things going on left and right. And I cannot be everything you need me to be. I cannot attend to your every beck and call and need.
Right.
But you can get a girlfriend.
Right.
You want somebody to come do that for you while I'm gone? Okay, sure.
Why not? Can we all be on the same page? And you be out here screwing a bunch of women. Like there's rules. I feel like there's no more of this one size fits all relationships.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that's out the door. That's a recipe for failure. Like you're gonna fail with that. Because now
that's a recipe for somebody to get shot.
Right.
We don't have to brawl in the streets, bro, because you done decided to be out here loosey goosey. And we not playing that game. We are not playing that game. Another question: are your mates single or married?
Oh, both of them are single.
Okay. Because
I do not mess with married men who are not. Oh well, I do have a couple, but that's totally separate in that arena. But if it's if it's a married man and his wife, I can't call your wife and say, "Hey, are you down?" It ain't finna go down. Like there's no. I'm not.
We got 2 men and a couple.
Listen, don't judge me. I told you I'm love.
I'm not judging you. I'm
I
proud
So
of
let me
you.
ask you this.
I'm proud of you. Shit.
So let me ask you this,
You,
like,
fuck, shit, that's your money.
them individually, they single, right? But do they think they're in a relationship with you?
Yes.
So they're your boyfriends, but they don't have no other girlfriends.
They're open to having that. Like, I'm not selfish. So one of my guys, this is new to him. So this is so new to him where he's honest with me to say, you know what, Bree, I rock with you and I want to rock with you because having you in my life, it has enhanced my life. You make me better. I don't know what the 6 months is going to look like down the line.
Your ass is not that fucking raw. Get out of here.
I'm
Hey, True.
She like,
I'm
I'm done. Hey, I'm done.
They're not, and they got big dicks.
Oh,
what?
okay then.
I
Because
don't care about all that.
he said, "Are they ugly?" And she
God
said,
damn.
"No, they not." Hey,
Hey,
listen.
ugly niggas got big dicks too. Shit.
Listen.
We're not finna play with you. We're not about to play with you. So, okay. So we're getting ready to go to a commercial break here in a hot second. Do we have any additional questions from those that are watching? Before we go to commercial break, because I am sure there are a lot of questions brewing, a lot of questions that want to be answered and need to be answered. Yeah, Tan said, "Are you all practicing safe sex?"
Yes, of course. And I talked to my PCP because of the fact that I am very sexually active. So I make sure on my end that that is something that I do. So yes, of course.
Smart girl. I think that's
So
more
what that mean
important
when
than
you say
anything.
safe sex? Do that mean y'all wear socks so you don't slide on the floor? Like
No, that just means I swallow. I'm just
We'll be
kidding.
right back after this commercial break.
For real.
We are getting ready to go to our break. So stay tuned, you all. Lord have mercy. Listen. Lord. Oh, goodness. You guys are funny.
Would you like to advertise your brand, product, service, or event to hundreds of potential clients and guests with direct links to inquire and shop immediately? Well, advertise with Ego Magazine, the hottest bi-monthly digital interactive magazine around. Your ad will include clickable buttons that lead directly to your service or product for the interactive experience. Half-page ads are only $15 and full-page ads are only $25. Did we mention that your ad runs for 60 days? Advertise with us, Ego Magazine, a division of Ego Entertainment Network. Visit www.egoentertainmentnet.com. That's www.egoentertainmentnet.com and complete the form while you're there. We look forward to promoting you. Track Try Me by Ooooooohhhh on mixkit.com. DP DeMarco Plays presents Philadelphia, the stage production worldwide virtual screening event from Dallas, Texas. It's coming to a screen near you on Saturday, January 30th, 2021 at 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Featuring celebrity actors Marcus Polk, K-Ron Joseph Riley, Pooch Hall, Willie Taylor, and actress Claudia Jordan. There are sponsorship opportunities available for you. From major corporations to small business owners or even a business collab sponsorship. Sponsorship opportunities include presenting sponsor, red carpet sponsor, celebrity meet and greet sponsor, commercial spots, and product placement. For more information and to secure your sponsorship, contact DeMarco Plays at info@demarcoplays.com. That's info@DEMARCOPLAYS.com. Or Ego Entertainment at info.egoentnet@gmail.com. That's info.egoentnet@gmail.com. Hurry! are limited. You must secure your sponsorship by December 15th, 2020. Philadelphia, the stage production virtual screening event. Track CBPD by Ooooooohhhh on Mixkit.com. Attention all artists. JQLM Radio would love to support and put your music into rotation. If you would like your music added to the rotation, send your music in MP3 format to jqlmradio@gmail.com and include your song title, artist name, genre, and indicate whether it is the clean or explicit version. Or visit www.egoentertainment.com/JQLM-radio and complete the form. R&B, hip-hop, gospel, and pop genres are accepted. Then simply share JQLM Radio with your family, friends, and fans so they can tune in and support you too. Remember, JQLM Radio supports you as you support us. JQLM Radio, real voices, raw entertainment, and relevant topics.
Track Ambush by Pratt's Act and Idithia on SoundCloud.com/Pratt's Act. Music promoted by freestockmusic.com.
Have you subscribed yet to the free bi-monthly digital interactive Ego magazine? No? Well, head on over to www.egoentertainmentnet.com to subscribe now. This magazine is all about supporting and showcasing excellence in communities everywhere, from music, arts and culture, relationships, education, politics, celebrities, food, and so much more. While you're flipping through the pages, just click on the buttons and social icons and you'll be taken to a whole other world behind the articles and ads. At Ego Entertainment, everyone is a star. There is something in it for everyone. And we hope you are positively impacted by what you see and will continue to support Ego Magazine.
Track CBPD by Ooooooohhhh.
Join the JQLM Radio family today. Syndicate your show or come host and produce your own show on air, live, or pre-recorded from anywhere in the world. That's not all. JQLM Radio also distributes your episodes to all major podcast platforms like iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, Google Podcasts, and more. Come join this full service and support platform. Get help with sponsorships. Built from our current listeners from all over the world in 45 countries and growing. Gain access to promotional materials and let JQLM Radio promote you too. And be a part of our live media coverage team that covers events and hosts red carpet activities with celebrities and more. For more information or to join now, visit www.egoentertainmentnet.com or email us at jqlmradio@gmail.com. JQLM Radio, real voices, raw entertainment, and relevant topics.
Track Funk by Ooooooohhhh.
And we are back. There we go. All right, y'all. It's still a learning process for your girl. So we are back. And can y'all see us? There we go. There we go. Can y'all hear us is the question. Okay. Everybody, can y'all hear me? Can I hear y'all?
Yep.
Y'all good? Y'all good? I don't know why this other thing is showing up here. So we're going to remove that one from the stream. Hopefully everything is good. We good? There we go. All right. You know, it's still a process. I'm still learning how to maneuver this thing with the new stuff we doing. So charge it to my fingers, not to my mental. All right. So, all right. 3, So now we're back. We're back. So we still had a few questions that we're going to answer
Okay.
before we get to everything else. So there was another question: is are you practicing safe sex with oral?
I mean, I could be doing better in that area. I'm just gonna be honest
You're all
because
right.
I don't like. I mean, I get it, and I appreciate the question. I can only be me, but sucking on a condom, I get it. I'm working. I can do better.
That's like washing your hand with no soap.
It's a. I mean, and then my question. I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that question is like Bree. Like, I mean, I don't know. That question to me is kind of like, regardless of who we're sleeping with and who we allow to have oral with us, do they practice safe sex? Like, kind of like one of those things that it just is what it just
It's
is.
like COVID almost to me. Like you came in my house, I'm wearing a mask, but have you worn a mask? So I mean, I can only speak for myself. And in that arena, if I do not give head with a condom on, sorry.
Well, bravo for you.
I mean, I think
I'm just.
Why would you though? Because
I don't know.
they're
Don't feel
your
bad.
boyfriend, so they're basically faithful to you right now. I mean, why would you?
No, I mean, I don't know how I can just answer the question the way I answered that question for
Moving
me.
right along.
Right. Like, I don't know what you wanted me to answer it how. I mean, I get it. Maybe she works for the health department. I don't know, but I answered it the best way I
could. So you do practice safe sex with oral sex. Tell them you put a pillow down by your knees. You good.
Right. Yeah, what he said.
Please don't encourage him. No.
I was about to say, please don't encourage this foolishness.
I'm sorry.
It is fine. It's perfectly fine. He's just himself. So
I like it. His name gives it away. The mouth moment.
Yeah, he has a lot of moments.
I speak positivity and creativity over your life. That's what the mouth means.
Thank you. I receive it.
Cheers to you.
Thank you. You too.
Is that what that means?
Hey, I was just going to say you gonna put a spit on that one.
You sure that's what that means?
Shout out to the mouth.
This guy. Anyway, please don't ever. Right, Ken. I'm like, moving right along.
So Miss Green said that she has been in a poly relationship for 10 years and they're still cool even though they're not together. I'm curious to know, Miss Green, what was your poly dynamic like? Was it you, a guy and a girl, you two guys? Yeah. Was it closed? Was it open?
What was it?
Tell us more.
Yes. And I like
more.
that they're still cool. Because to me, to be able to be in something like this, you're friends. Like it's a relationship that's being built. It's not just, it's a friendship. It's a relationship, not just sex.
And I think that's one of the biggest things that a lot of people think that people in poly situations are all about. Like they portray it as though it's all about sex. Everything is about sex. Everything is about somebody being able to hump on two people or somebody being able to have as many threesomes as they want with the same two people all the time. And it's like, what is that really? Like, people get tired. Ain't nobody finna be humping each other every day.
No.
Like, no.
And I've had couples reach out to me. I've had couples reach out to me. Like when I first got into this poly gang and got into these poly groups, I did have married couples, always the woman that would reach out because they are looking for a third relationship. Now, I done had some experiences. I done had females want to bring me in their relationship because their husband isn't giving them anything. So now I'm supposed to be that full ass presence that your husband ain't giving you. But I'm not here to replace your husband. I'm here to be an additive. Like, what is our relationship? Not let me make up for the fact that your husband isn't there. So to me, her motive for wanting to bring another woman in was already kind of skewed.
And that's
So
that's a lot of damn pressure too.
it is. And then what happened was she was in the life. Her fiance, she was about to get married to, this was new to him. So he was like, okay, what is it? So she brought me in. Me and him now have a connection because we cool as shit. Like we can vibe. It's a beautiful thing. But she wasn't all the way sold. So then it became situations to where when we would all get on the phone, because it wasn't simply all about her, she had her own shit that she had to deal with. So me walking away, and my advice to them was, y'all need to get on the same page first before you bring anybody else into this relationship. Mm-hmm. So it is a lot.
Hold on.
Yes.
I'm sorry. So you said she brought you in, then had problems with you being in?
Yes.
Yep.
What type of shit?
Because just like how men have egos, women have those insecurities that they think that they're over. But if it's not about them and they are a selfish person, then it's like, oh, so y'all not talking about me? Y'all just wait. So y'all just up here kicking it without me? Who told y'all to get cool without
me? Are you
doing
that thing longer? Are you staying up in there? Or you don't want to come out? Or it's like that?
Yeah, and Trojan kind of goes back to kind of what you said. Will always say, I'm open to this, I'm willing to do this, and not really fully understanding what it consists of. Right. And you have to understand what you're saying you're ready for and be totally okay with being ready for it separately and together. And you have to, if you're going to allow your mate, regardless of if it's a man or a woman, whomever, to be with somebody else, date somebody else, see somebody else, you have to be okay that, like Bree said, yeah, y'all might be, she wanted to bring her in to have it be for her to be part of the entire situation. But even in that situation where it's 3 people involved, each person is still going to establish a relationship, a separate relationship, and build whatever that looks like with the other person.
But that couple has to be so tight.
Go ahead, love.
I was going to say the couple has to be solid before you try to bring anybody else into the mix, because if not, anybody you bring into the mix, now they're here to try to problem solve, and that's not our responsibility or role.
Yeah, now you've become a marriage counselor, and that's not even what you signed up for. It's like,
so believe it or not, I know I'm about to shock you guys, right? So my whole thing about tonight was, of course, I thought we was going to talk about some sex, but my whole thing was like, okay, how is it having 3 people living in a household paying bills together? That shit excites me.
And that's crazy because that's probably that's probably the biggest motivator to do it over like the sexual part, like the splitting of the bills, like take less pressure. Take a little pressure off each individual. You know what I'm saying? Like that's probably the biggest motivator.
And it allows each person, like you said, to kind of build their own thing. So if you got 3 people involved in this situation and y'all live together, and one person is decided amongst everybody, you know what? You don't worry about no bills or anything. You go to school, you finish your master's or whatever you got to do, because when you're done with that, it's going to help elevate our entire family.
Yep.
Right. And you work together. It's a team. I can't wait till I find us a girlfriend to listen.
Cat said, listen, come on in the room, sis.
Man, you really gotta like, you really gotta have that conversation with that motherfucker, because like, just say, all right, we doing this poly thing or whatever. There's 3 of us in the household. We splitting these bills and we pushing you through school or whatever. This motherfucker easily just get the fuck out of school and bounce. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we put your ass through school, so you gotta really trust that individuals.
But that can happen with people. That happens in monogamous relationships all the time. Yeah. So it's one of those things, you just gotta trust each other and build it. But let me tell you something. I'm preparing my home right now because I'm putting it in the atmosphere that it will be one person that is meant to be in this house with me.
Yeah.
And we're gonna make it do what it do.
Hey.
I like.
The way them eyebrows went up.
Shout out to your husband. Everybody don't know he called Sweet Dick Willie. Shout out to Sweet Dick Willie.
He is not. Let's be clear about that. He is not. but he's very open and very considerate and very understanding, and he's down for the cause. And just enough, he, like Bree said, and like so many people, the biggest misconception about all of this is people think it's all about sex. It is, I mean, sex is good, don't get me wrong, it's amazing, but it's definitely not all about sex. My husband don't look at it from a sexual standpoint, although it's a bonus. But I think we both kind of look at it in the bigger, grander scheme of things. And also, I don't want to control you and be like, if you see somebody you like, I mean, shit, you like her, do what you do. You can do that all day long.
So, Kat, when you and your husband met and started dating and things like that, was he poly before you, or you said that he came into it? Okay. So how did you have that conversation with him?
So I basically told him when we started dating, we knew each other and he knew I had been in a previous relationship with a woman. I made it clear to him that marriage was an open marriage. I had been in an open marriage for 10 years. My exact words was to him, I don't believe in monogamous relationships, although if you need me to be monogamous, I will be, I can be, because it's very intentional. And I think that was that conversation, and I don't even know how it came up again, but one day the conversation came up. We talked about it. We talked about the pros and the cons. We talked about what that would look like. We talked about how we wanted everything to be. And he was open to that. He was open to the idea of, and there have been maybe some situations. And after the situations, he's more open to it. So that's how we got there.
I like it.
So look, I want to talk to Miss Green that's looking at us on YouTube. She said she had her own place and they had these, but we all came together to have our talks and family time. So I want to know, Miss Green, when you were with the couple, Miss Green, did you have a dude too, or was it just them? And you go home, you chill, you be by yourself, or you go home and chill and you go through your Rolodex and be like, I want some dick tonight. You know, I'm gonna call another dude. Like, how does that work? Like, are you happy? And I don't want to say settling because you might be happy in what you're doing. So I don't want to say you settling, but I want to know, like, do you have those moments where the husband and wife are doing their thing in their house and you in your own house and you sitting there and your clit start tingling and you can't get them, so do you have somebody to call? You know what I'm saying?
Is that Miss
Green? Yeah, that's for Miss Green. That's for Miss Green looking at us on YouTube. Thank you, Facebook, YouTube, radio station. Everybody hit the share button. If you're riding in your car and you listen to us on the radio station, roll your window down at the red light so the person next to you know we on. It's the Fat Girl Chronicle.
While we're waiting on Miss Green to respond, I just want to say, like, for me in my previous marriage, because I was in a marriage and we dated together, we dated individually. Part of our rules was whomever we were dating at that time, we would not require them to only date us, because that wouldn't be fair, because for every reason you just said, like, we over here chilling at home, we got each other, but then because this person didn't live with us. So when you are wherever you are, like, that's not fair for us to say, oh, well, you can only date us but we don't talk to nobody else because we're together every night and you wherever you are. So we were open to that person dating other people besides us.
Right.
And that other person was a guy.
Right. And again, for everybody who can't wrap their head around this, 87% of these people are already doing it and not telling you. So it's one of those situations where, I mean, let's create more safer platforms for people to be honest. Let's create more relationships where honesty really is the thing and not trying to appease the next person. I don't want to hurt their feelings, so I'm not going to tell them that I'm struggling with this. That's that partner. Let that partner be your partner and y'all figure it out from there. But I mean, again, I had to kiss a lot of frogs to finally get here.
That makes
You get
sense.
warts.
I like Genesis' question. Could we post that? Because that's
Sure.
real.
He is a mess.
Genesis says, if you have kids, do they meet them as well? How does that conversation go, if at all?
Okay, so for me in this dynamic, one has met my children, the other one probably would not.
It's
And
the same.
that's because he is out of town. You feel what I'm saying? So that's a relationship that is not here. Because honestly, we deal with a society that it's weird trying to figure out how to add your kids in this. I want my kids to be well versed. I take my kids to Buddhist temples. I take my kids to all different types of different churches and spirituality because I want them to be able to pick for themselves. But as of right now, my daughter is 14, my boys are 12, and my other son is 11. So at this very moment, I have friends, but they don't know about the full extent of everything.
So when they come over, they be like, "This Uncle Pete and there's Uncle Charles."
No, we don't do that, Uncle.
No,
That's kinda
Uncle.
sickening.
No, that's disgusting.
We don't do the Uncle Pete's over here. So we have conversations. Like my middle son, he kind of takes it the hardest. Like, mommy, you're dating all of these people. Like we're figuring that out. So,
He's with the stigma. He's with the stigma. You know what I'm saying?
right. So it's parenting. It's figuring out parenting, just like anything else. But I'd rather my kids see me happy than what they saw in me and their father's marriage. You feel what I'm saying?
That's good to be open. That's good to be open because I didn't realize, you know, my mother rest in heaven. I didn't realize till I was 40 years old that my mama was a freak. No, listen, seriously. No, seriously. Like when I was a young man, I'd be like, "Mama, where you going?" And she'd be like, "I'm going to see a man about a mule."
Facts,
Did you realize my mom was going to see a man about a big dick? Like I didn't realize
Man
that
about a dog. Dang, listen, sir.
I was like, my mama going to see a nigga with a big dick. I didn't realize that till I was 40. I had to have a conversation with my mom about that.
No. How you think you got here?
Miss Green said in one of her comments that they were cool, and this was even before the question came up, but she said it went away. Where did it go? But she said that she her couple that she was dating, they had a daughter, and they actually gave their daughter her middle name, and she became their godmother. So that was truly
that's deep.
Family because she said she
might got some good pussy, Miss Johnson. Miss Green.
It takes a village. It takes a village. This is what they
take a village.
We thought it was grandma and everybody. No, a village is a village. It's whatever you identify as your village. So
yeah. I also think when it comes down to like the children aspect, there are some things that kids don't need to know about their parents until the time is appropriate for them to know.
Yeah.
Just like when we had the conversation on one of the earlier shows, like when do you introduce your kids to your mate? That doesn't necessarily mean that you do that ahead of time or you do it when you're meeting these people because you don't necessarily know how long these people are going to be around. So when you feel comfortable, then that's when you introduce or then that's when you bring that situation about. Y'all know I ain't got no kids, but I'm just speaking from somebody who don't have kids. I mean, introducing me to your kids all early, nigga. I don't need to know them. I don't need to know them like that. I don't need to know them this early, and we don't even know if we sticking this out or not. So I think that kind of goes across the board. So we are going to jump on.
That nigga look ugly.
Shut up. We are gonna jump on over and get our music moment with the mouse. We're gonna get our music moment on because this man is determined to cut up and say all kinds of things. So we're gonna go ahead and get our music moment. What you got for us?
Yo, this is an interesting conversation. I'm really enjoying it. It's very informative as well, you know. And because honestly, I think I was one of those shallow-minded people. I'll be honest. I thought we was gonna be talking about a lot of pussy juice and dick slanging, you know.
Oh
Yeah,
Lord, just humping. You couldn't say
humping
Do
is
humping.
my
your
fault.
music
You couldn't say
moment.
A lot
humping.
of
You couldn't
vagina
say
and penis
sex.
moments. I'm sorry, a lot of vagina and penis moments. I'm
There's a
sorry.
lot of those too.
Lord, just do your music.
Oh, look, we might need to skip my segment and get to that part. Let's get on. Yo, what's
Lord,
the
just do the
man?
music.
We can get into the new music moments, man. This week, my artist of the week is a brand new artist with new music. Her name is Morgan. Her EP is called Alien, and this song is called Let It Go. Right here on the Fat Girl Chronicles with your man in the mouth.
Oh, baby, with you it's like I never wanna leave. Oh, you hold me tight until I fall asleep. Oh, baby, now you take time with me and you're moving at my pace. And you never get mad at me when I tell you please. Loving you is so easy, doing it with my eyes closed, letting go of my demons, yeah, yeah. Let 'em go, let 'em go. 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 We ain't even made it to July. Oh, baby, how you take the news?
So that's our first artist. Her name is Morgan, and the EP is called Alien. And that song is called Let 'Em Go. So we're going to get into this other one, and I think it's kind of suitable for what we're talking about tonight. It's an amazing artist. The gentleman is named Keon Dixon. He's been in the industry for a few years, but I think this year is going to be the year that he's really known and his popularity grows because his music is amazing. I happened to just run across him a few months ago. The EP is called Switch. So as a matter of fact, we're going to get into the song called Switch. And this is Mr. Keon Dixon right here on the Fat Girl Chronicles. New music moment with the mouth.
God, we ain't even coming up, but air we done made it. Pleasure over breathing. I've been swimming all between your waves. Never say you said good, it's the usual. This was you used to. Gonna put it down, we should go another round. What you say? Feel the way. Flip it, twist it, double spin. Make you run and tell your friends. Don't be scared what you running from. Got your body soaking wet like a water gun. We ain't even coming up. Yeah, we done made it. Pleasure over breathing. I've been swimming all between your waves. Never seen shit good as the usual. This what you used to. Gonna put it down. We should go another round. What you say? Flip it, twist it, double spin. Make you run and tell your friends. Oh my God, where's it coming from?
That's Mr. Keon Dixon with Switch on your new music moments, man. He's been an amazing artist. He sung background for a lot of people. He sung from everybody from Jill Scott to Justin Timberlake. He's an amazing artist within his own right. He's been putting music out on his own since 2017. He's also in the Beyonce film that she just put out on Disney. He's actually an extra in there. He's singing background and one of those guys in the suits. So he's an amazing artist. So go check out Keon Dixon and the new artist Morgan. His EP is called Switch. Morgan's EP is called Alien. And that's your new music moment with your man in the mouth, man. If you got any questions about the music that I'm saying or playing, hit us up at the fatgirlchronicles@gmail.com. And it's your man in the mouth.
That's
And I'm out.
it. That is it, dog. Mouth, I will say, with all of your antics and craziness, you bring us some dope music every week. You bring us some
This
dope
is
music
true.
every week.
Yeah,
Something new.
this
Yeah,
should be
I
something
fire.
appreciate
new,
that.
something vibing, something good, something to get us in a groove. Cause we be over here moving
No,
and grooving.
we talking about Switch.
I do want to ask you though,
Yo,
bro. I want to ask you though, bro. Like a bunch of new music come out like every
right.
week. How you select which two joints you gonna like feature?
I think I'm blessed with an ear. So I just listen to a lot of different music. Now, if I think it's worthy, you know what I'm saying, listen to it. And I think if it's suitable for me and something that I want people to hear, and completely support it. Like this artist Kenyon Dixon, I completely support him. I trust me. Go back to his albums, and I guarantee you will not be upset. You go check out this brother. This brother is amazing. He's a hidden jewel. I love finding hidden jewels. Find this brother Keon Dixon. I put my stamp on him. I got something special for y'all next week because some come out Friday. I got something real special for y'all next week. Somebody y'all know and love. He's coming out with some new music and it's fire. He already put out 3 tracks and it's fire. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell y'all. Be here next week for the Fat Girl Chronicles because if you don't be here, you're gonna miss the new Raheem Devine.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
All right.
I love him.
Okay, Raheem. Okay. So, we always, we don't have celebrity tea today. Miss Three Names, we miss you, baby.
Get better, baby.
Feel better, my love. I hope everything is better for you so you can be here next week to drop some celebrity tea and gossip on us. Because we be looking forward to it every week. So
drink some castor oil.
Not the castor oil. So we gonna hop on over to Miss Cat and get a few relationship rules.
Hey y'all. Okay, so
hey, Miss
whatever, because I still ain't got my theme music, but that's okay.
Talk about that L-O-V-E. Talk
hey,
about
what's wrong with using the one that Leo just gave you?
Talk about that L-O-V-E love.
He just threw that one together like, here, girl, be quiet.
Bam!
I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's what marijuana
he's
do,
hyped
right?
tonight because he got all them 20,000 words and thoughts going through his head. And we need to keep them in his head. He don't need to say all of them out loud.
Not too many.
But anyway, so again, relationship rules, like I mentioned earlier and have mentioned before, it's all about, it's not just about intimate relationships. It's about all relationships, friendships, familyships, cousinships, sisterships, workships, situationships, entangleships, like all whatever.
Not entangleships.
Yeah, entangleships. But so dealing with all of that when we talk about what you say, Mal.
I say she's so educated.
Okay, I'm not with you. I do have a few degrees though, but I'm not with you. But anyway, so for this week, I just wanted to talk about, because the holidays are coming up, Thanksgiving is coming up, Christmas is coming up. Not only the holidays are coming up, but we've been dealing with this pandemic for what, eight or 9 months now, and we have all of these things going on. We're losing people left and right. So I just wanted to remind everybody, whether it is an intimate relationship, a relationship with your family, a relationship with your kids, in this holiday season, just think about forgiveness and think about what that means. A lot of times people hold grudges. Say what you want to say to the people you love, whether you're mad or not, hold grudges, because at the end of the day, forgiveness is not about them. Forgiveness is about ourselves. Forgiveness will help you move forward with your life. It begins the healing process. It removes the anger and the malice from your heart. You're no longer giving someone else the authority over your mind and heart when you go into a season of forgiveness. And then also, I just want to kind of put out there that forgiveness doesn't erase the past. It doesn't negate what happened, but it is looked at with compassion. So if we withhold forgiveness, we keep alive those emotions, the hurt, the anger, the blame, and then that can discolor and kind of blur our perception of life. Forgiveness, again, is for us. It liberates us. It liberates the soul. It removes any fear, any doubt, and it's powerful. When you are able to forgive someone, it's very powerful. So, and just, like I said, with the holidays coming up, with COVID running rampant, somebody can be diagnosed with COVID on Monday, unfortunately passed away on Wednesday. And I'm not saying, if you have any of these things going on with somebody, like you got to forgive them and y'all got to be the best of friends, or you got to get back in a relationship with them, or whatever that situation is. You don't have to do that, but just forgive them, have those final words if that's the closure that you need to forgive, but just forgive, because life is too short. We never know when we're going to be taken away. We never know when we're going to leave this earth. We never know what's going on with the person. And again, you don't want to have all that anger and fear and hurt in your heart and in your soul and in your spirit. And then, God forbid, but if something happens to that person, you're never able to say whatever it is you needed to say, to let all of that go. It weighs such a heavy burden on us. And once we forgive, we're able to release it. You don't have to forget. You don't have to make up. You don't have to do none of that, but just release that anger and malice and ill intent so that you can move forward and continue to build healthy relationships with other people. Because when you have all that hurt and anger and stuff built up and malice towards one person, that's in our suitcase. When we pack in our suitcases and we go from one relationship to another or one situation to another, we still hold on to that. And we need to let that go so that we can continue to build healthy, happy relationships and thrive in life. So those are the little gems that I wanted to just sprinkle to everybody tonight, because we're going into a season of gratitude, a season of being thankful, a season of just love. So that's what I got for y'all tonight. That's it.
That's good stuff. That is good
I
stuff.
love it.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That is definitely
dope.
something a lot of us need to hear. A lot of us need to know, to be able to let those things go, to release and not hold on to that stuff. But sometimes it's hard.
Can I ask you this or say something? So can you not stress yourself out though if you're trying to be humble and genuine with somebody and they're not receiving it at that point? Is it okay to say, hey, I'm cool with me, let me walk away from this and be happy? You know, I'm gonna pray for you and you be all right. We're gonna be all right. You be in your place, I be in my place. But
Absolutely.
at least I know in my heart I've already released.
Yes, absolutely. Because you're going to find that times the people that they could be the ones that have done something to you and then you do something back, but whatever. But if you forgive them, you have that conversation, they may not even be receptive of it. They still may hold grudges and be mad and be angry and be pissed or whatever, but you have released it for all intents and purposes that you need to release it. And then you are allowed to move on, and it's not hindering your life and continue to, give you bad feelings, bad energy, bad thoughts, and harp it on it, because I guarantee you they are living their life. They are having a ball. They doing whatever they want to do, and they are not thinking 5 times about it. And you over there like, just going through whatever emotions that you have to go through. So absolutely.
You still stressing on yourself about it. Yeah.
Yep.
Let it go and let God, or whatever you believe in, should I say.
Yep.
And that's it.
Amen.
That's how we do it. So now we have his story, a little of his story, with your boy Trosh. Go ahead and give us a little his story.
See, I don't like how you be bringing me in every week with this, man.
Who, me or Mouth?
My story, his story, motherfucker.
No,
my
man,
story.
I'm just saying.
No. Oh my God.
So no, this week I just need some clarity. I mean, I just want some answers from the women,
Okay.
because so as I've lived, I often see like a lot of comments or people even just talking about it. They look down on dudes that still play video games, and I'm like, what is the fucking problem? Like, seriously, what is the problem? It's like, even if you have a problem with it, like, have you ever played a fucking video game? Or like, when is the last time you played one? Because they are not kid things no more. These are for fucking adults. If you play a video game now, they are thought provokers. They make you think. They are also stress relievers. And if your relationship on the rocks, play the fucking game with your mate. They're bonding tools. I promise you. I promise you. So what is the fucking problem? Like, why is like some women? Because I'm not gonna say all women, but some women always be like, "Oh, I ain't fucking with no dude that play video games and all that." Like, just play a video game, and I guarantee your ass gonna be trying to hog the joystick.
No, we're not playing no damn video game.
Like, what's the problem with it? So I'm glad you turned your ass in. So what's the problem with it?
I'm going to tell you the problem.
So
I'm going to tell you the problem.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't believe that playing a video game is the problem.
You want to be with your man, just suck his dick while he playing the game.
Mouse. Oh my! I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna mute you.
I approve.
The problem.
I approve of that.
Well, let me say this. I can only speak for me. The problem is not playing video games, because just like you play video games, I'm gonna watch my Ratchet reality TV. For me, the problem will come in is if you are playing video games in excess. If all you do when you come home from work at 5 o'clock and you're playing that video game till 3 o'clock in the morning, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we have a problem.
No,
I'm
but
all for playing your video. Do whatever you got to do. I might sit down and play with you. It becomes a problem when that's all you do and you're so consumed with playing video games.
Like I'm saying, like the frequency might not even be that much, but it's just some women out here who don't fucking like the video game. Period. I don't give a fuck if I played that shit Monday and I played that shit again Saturday. It's some motherfucking women that don't like dudes that play video games. For real. That's all. I'm just saying. Like, what's the fucking problem? Like, that's all I'm saying.
It could be her past. Maybe she had a baby daddy who wasn't shit, and all he did was play games. So she's triggered every time you pull out this damn game, which is not what she
forgive his ass and move on.
Give me a clean slate. Give me a clean slate. You can't fucking like you can't like make me pay for some shit that the last nigga did. Give me a clean slate.
I agree.
Hey, I feel that.
Especially if I handle my told y'all before we had this conversation before. I didn't play video games growing up because my choice was I was poor growing up. So my choice was I gonna put 25 cents in a machine or was I gonna go buy me 25-cent penny cookies? I chose the cookies. I was fat. Right? I chose cookies. Fuck with
He said I wanted to see.
And hungry.
Hey, this nigga was out here making life decisions. The cookies of the game, goddammit. Like, hey, it was a struggle for this nigga.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play this game for 10 minutes. I'm not gonna buy me 25 butter cookies.
So,
I'm just saying, like, I don't see no problem with it. You know what I'm like? It's okay. Some people do it in excess. Yeah, okay, not them people. I'm talking about like the motherfuckers that sometimes it's a stress reliever. Like for real, and it makes you think. Like you probably have to think outside the box on most of these games that come out now. I promise you. Like I'm going to defend this all day long because I play the fucking game. Like
so,
I don't
let me tell y'all, I like playing the video game. Like, I've been playing Call of Duty recently, and I'm in this joint like, hey, listen, I enjoy it. I enjoy playing the video game, and I'm like, damn, I ain't played in a minute, so yeah, I do want to play. Like, I want to play soon because, no lie, Call of Duty will have you like, it'll get your vision together because, listen, you got to look for the people that's trying to kill you. Listen. Right. I don't have a problem with men playing games. And somebody said, KP Hodges said nothing worse than a big ass man sitting on the couch playing video games. Get a part-time job. So this is the thing. Wait, Trosh, right? Wait a minute. Because that's part of the problem is that we don't allow men to have downtime. A man can't have downtime if he didn't work all day. He didn't work a good job. He didn't work 12 hours. He didn't came home. He done washed his ass. He done spent time with you. He done had a conversation. He done played with the kids. He can't have his downtime where he want to play the game for an hour or two before he go to bed. That's a problem for me because then we want men to be emotionally available and ready for everything that we gonna throw at him as soon as he walk in the door. But he can't play his game for 2 hours before he go to bed. But women can play. But women can play Candy Crush.
Compromise with that, right?
Women can play Candy Crush on their phone. Or they can play all the little cake baking games, and the shopping games, and all of that. They can play all of that on their phone, but a man can't play a video game. I find something extremely wrong with that.
I got the PS4 and I played it one time.
Let me get that about you.
So my daughter plays it though.
As long
I'm about to say, I'm gonna inbox you my address.
Men have their vices, right? So like my husband don't play video games, but he plays pool a lot. He plays chess, and for whatever reason, like if he's like, well, we ain't play cards in a while, like let's play cards, and I give in because I want him to be happy. And we have had times where we sit on the porch, have some drinks, and we play Uno, or we play Phase 10, or we go downstairs and we shoot pool, and we do it for hours. And then sometimes when I don't want to be bothered and he's shooting
balance and compromise,
we stay downstairs.
Because I'm like, is it okay like for card games and board games, but just not the fucking video game? Like I don't understand that.
No, but you
can play your game. You work hard all day.
Just don't do it like a gamer. That's what I say. I could not ever date a gamer, a true gamer, because I cannot sit here while you literally play video games for 20 hours straight, 3 days a week. Not happening. But
And
you
see,
can
that's not even the
game.
people that I'm referring to. I'm not talking about the gamers. I'm just talking about like people that play the game every now and then. I'm just saying like you see how I just said this? Like the comments lit up. like fuck that game. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even like listen to me say, oh, it's about like, oh, not all the time. Like they talk like they're referring to the gamers. I'm not. I'm just talking about just playing the game in general. But it's some people that just
So you speaking of a guy that goes to work, comes home, and might want to play his game for a couple hours.
Right. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but it's like
cool.
I'm saying, like
there's nothing wrong
but
with
it's motherfuckers out here like Cat, you ain't even let me finish. You like you know what I'm saying? Like you just jumped up in
her
that
game, and she was like, "No, I don't want that game."
You can play your game. I'm cool.
I quit recess because I didn't like playing games.
You can play video
That's
games.
how Cat was looking.
Like I sit on the couch with him while he plays video games, and that's why I said as long as it's not in excess, I don't have a problem with video games.
You can actually add to the game.
So, from the perspective that you're speaking of, somebody playing the game, I would be totally okay with my man playing the game. I would treat it like a football game. You need a beer, you need some snacks. What you need? What can I get for you? Because I know you can't take your eyes off of this game. Because then you ain't gonna have the hammers back on the thing, and then y'all gonna all die. And I need you to focus because you can't die.
And then it's gonna be
y'all focus on Grand Theft Auto. That's one game. Like
I don't know. I don't play games, so I don't know what they are. I just know that Kevin Hart was the hammer, and he had the headphones on, and he was talking like over the internet, and he couldn't be distracted.
Hey, listen.
So if your man play games, I'm speaking from a man perspective. What you do is you sit there with him and you play the game with him. Make it interesting. To be like, okay, baby, play it. Let's see you get to the next level while I suck your dick.
That ain't well. He's gonna take everything to that extreme today. He's taking everything to that extreme today.
Can we just enjoy the video game?
I didn't mute him.
I was just trying to get some clarity.
He's in trouble. He's in trouble for now. He's muted, so no problem.
But it's a great family engagement. I like the idea. But it's all about the energy behind how they brought it. Like in the comments, she was like, go get a part-time job. That tells you that he's not working. He ain't paying no bills. He's another clown.
That's some personal shit that they experience. You know what I'm saying? But everybody don't think like that. Because for me, I work a full-time fucking job. Like, period. I'm not getting a fucking part-time job because my full-time job long enough.
Listen, I just want to say the masculine energy that arose from you when you started talking about this topic, like you could feel that energy. Like, bitch, let me play my game. That's
no. See, this one, it ain't got nothing to do with me personally. Because I'm just like, the PlayStation 5 just came out, and I've been scrolling in my news feed on Facebook, and you see a lot of motherfuckers referring to the game and shit. Like, I'm like. So I always been thinking like, man, what the fuck is so wrong with playing a fucking game? Like,
yeah.
Joanna's coming up.
Who? Joanna. These new games are so violent. Why you gotta shoot hookers in the face to relax? Let's play some Mario.
That's Grand Theft Auto. That's Grand Theft Auto right there. You see what I'm saying? That's one game.
But I will say this. I will say, like, when it comes down to playing games and stuff, the games for me, the games that I do play, like I play with my nephews. My nephews are like borderline gamers. My oldest nephew, he's a teenage boy. He's 17. That's all he does. He's, he does his schoolwork, get good grades, and then he's playing his game.
Yeah.
He's 17. He records videos, but we talk about the gamers and stuff, but the generation that we are living in now, they make money from becoming gamers. They make money from being able to put these informational videos up on YouTube and putting out this stuff like that. So even if your man is not one of them and he not making no money from being a gamer, like allow the man to just have a little fun. Women want to be childish. We go get drunk with our girls for brunch. Let that man play his game. Like let him have his fun.
I personally hate games. Because if you look at the generations, like when we were younger, we were big kids, but we were athletic and we moved because we went outside and played. You look at young kids now, you got 7th graders walking like they fucking 60 years old because they sit in the house and play games all day with bad ankles.
But see, that's one extreme. I ain't even talking about that end, like the motherfuckers that don't do nothing but that. I'm just saying, like, sometimes you gotta play like I want to play the game and wind down. Like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with it.
Like when I was growing up, I was 6'6", 326, and I ran a 5'140". You got kids now in the 6th grade walking like they 60 years old with their ankles broke because they sit at home and don't do nothing to eat and play games all day. That's what I hate about them. Because kids don't use their imagination. They don't go outside and play no more. They don't be physical. They be big and hurt at a young age. Like they're not getting out the house.
But I wouldn't even blame that on video games though. It's just a change in the times. Like for real. Like kids don't want to go outside because a lot of fucking bullies outside. For real.
And also that comes down to the parents.
That's because they stay in the house and play fight. They don't go outside in the street and get busy.
Anyway,
healthy balance.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You have to find the balance.
Games for a couple hours and then go outside for a couple hours.
Hey man, tell Savannah. Hey, leave me alone, Savannah.
So thank you for your his story, Trosh. That definitely set some things in motion there. You know, it was a lot of emotion behind that. That was more emotion than we didn't see all evening.
It's crazy because I started to get some clarity and I'm still lost as fuck.
It's okay. You're probably not going to get clarity.
I think it's
You're probably
balance.
not going to be
balance and communication.
Yeah, the one that's for you will understand that. The ones that are not for you, let them go. You feel me?
If they complain about you playing the game for 2-3 hours.
Faithful.
And I can definitely agree with Marcel as well. Marcel said it's a lot of bullets outside too, which is another reason a lot of kids choose not to go outside. Depending on where you're staying that is definitely the problem nowadays, where kids cannot go outside. Even if they wanted to, they can't because we see how things happen in the news and things like that now. So
shout out to the YMCA. It's a safe place.
Do you know how much the Y costs for a membership?
Plus even shout out to the Y. Like I know motherfuckers that got shot through their window in the crib.
Yeah, so
playing a game.
It's a lot of different. No, because they were at home. But we're not gonna go there because I'll get all kind of for real about that.
I mean, it's so many different reasons, man. But it's just the overall community. It's just a genocide period. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a social. What they call it? Social what? They've been talking about it during the election. Social genocide. It's a lot. It's a deeper conversation than just a game. But I'm just saying
but that's not the part he's talking about, though. He's not talking about that part. He's talking about for entertainment purposes for a grown man.
No, that's what I was saying.
Who's like living life, doing his thing, paying bills, and he just want to be able to relax.
And when you talk about grown men, you got grown men in their early 20s with a hunchback because that's all they do is sit around and play a fucking game all day.
Hey, bro, you really got something against this fucking game, bro. What?
I mean, I guess we're gonna stick to people having hunchbacks. I
just hate to see a brother my size bent over like this because he play a game out there instead of going outside shooting hoops.
That's trauma because he has to compete over the game. That's what that trauma is. It plays into his lack that he had.
But I definitely understand what you're saying. Like, it should be a compromise with your girl if that's what you do. Like, if you don't spend your whole day on a game, then it shouldn't be a problem. You should be able to have your moment if that's your release. Like, my music is my release. I want to sit in the room and I want to listen to music. Shut the fuck up and don't talk to me. If you want to listen to music with me, watch with me. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. But like you say, your game, if that's your release, your 2 or 3 hours, you deserve that. I mean, if you're a working man,
right?
Look, can we post Genesis comment real quick? Just real quick. She said selfishness. They want the attention, give it to the game. So my thing is, why can't you just play the game with me? Like I just watched that bullshit reality show you just made me watch. You know what I'm saying? Like I just watched that fucking garbage.
That's a good point, bro.
Something with me now?
I'd rather play the game than to watch that trash.
Like when
Right.
you be playing that, what you call that, Grand Theft Auto? Like my son plays that sometimes. And that's like really like you sitting there watching the TV show. She can make you some snacks and crackers and cheese and sit there with you and act like she watching the damn show with pimps and hoes.
It's about maximizing the opportunity. Maximize every
Yeah,
opportunity
absolutely.
to be able to.
I make some snacks.
Yeah.
I feel like playing the game could be a bonding tool. Like for real, for real. Like
Right,
it could. It really
right.
could. So thanks for his story on this evening, Trosh. Thank you for that, my love. We'll probably talk about that a little more this evening in the Fat Girl Chronicles podcast group. And if
now it's
you
time.
are not in the Fat Girl Chronicles podcast group, definitely search for us on Facebook and request to be added to the group, because every Tuesday after the show, we usually do a room where is video chatting with myself and other members of the cast and other members of the group of the Fat Girl Chronicles podcast group, so that you can chat with us, get to know us, talk about various topics and things like that. We have a good time, and you get to see other people that enjoy the Fat Girl Chronicles podcast as well. So now we have the time for a little bit of the F word before we go to our next commercial.
No. We gotta stop this. Let somebody else introduce you. Now it's time for the F spot where we talk about fashion and everything fly, PHAT, with Miss Leo Rochelle.
You almost had it right. Good job.
That was actually pretty fucking good. I ain't gonna even lie.
You almost had it right. It's the F word, but we're gonna keep it right.
Well, I said the F spot.
F spot.
I think we was talking about poly life. I thought we was talking about G spot.
So we're gonna talk about the F word. And so the F word for this week is pretty short and simple and sweet. We are in a season where colors are blooming and booming, and these are the times where you can wear some bomb colors. You can wear your deep turquoises and your pretty oranges and your burgundies. See? Your burgundies and stuff. So I encourage each and every one of you to put on something, some color that you have not worn before, something that makes you feel alive. To all of my friends who love every variation of black, I understand. But step outside of your comfort zone, put on a little color, a pop of color. But also to those of you who try to stick to the old school rule that you cannot wear white after Labor Day. Here's to your rules. So you can wear white anytime that you would like. White goes with everything, and white is a color that goes across the year. So feel free to definitely put on something that makes you feel alive, that makes you feel sexy, that makes you feel like you can go out and conquer the world, because right now, a lot of us aren't putting on clothes to go to work. We're pretty much doing what we do at home. Behind our computer screens, and we might just have on a shirt, and that's pretty much all we do, and that's all we're putting on. So outside of that, make sure that from time to time you get up, you do your face, you put on something that makes you feel good, something that makes you feel a little extra, a little sexy, because with us dealing with COVID and the pandemic and constantly being on the lockdown and being in the house, and we're not really getting out as much, going to the clubs like we used to, then right now is the time to still get up, get dressed, put some clothes on, even if you're just in the house, taking some pictures of yourself, having a little fun and enjoying what life has to offer. So just make sure that while you are doing your thing, that you are looking good while you're doing it. Sometimes get up and do your face for work. Even if you're not going to work, get up and do your face for work, because that's important to give yourself the opportunity to not only look good, but to feel good as well. So that's it. That's all from your girl. And if you are looking to get something spectacular and custom made, I make these fedoras that I have on. So you can definitely reach out to me, Leo Rochelle, on Facebook. Or you can check me out at Royal Outcast with a K, artistry at gmail.com, or on Instagram and Facebook. So that's another way for you to be able to look good, look unique, and feel fabulous. So we are getting ready to head on over to our next commercial break. So stick around and we will be right back.
Did you know JQLM Radio provides media services like voiceovers, radio advertising, video flyers, and other audio and video services? Contact JQLM Radio today for your brand promotional needs at 317-886-0296 or email jqlmradio@gmail.com. JQLM Radio, real voices, raw entertainment, and relevant topics.
Track What You Did by CXNST on SoundCloud.com/Official Lopez. Music promoted by FreestockMusic.com.
Are you or someone you know accomplishing some amazing things in the community, or is just an inspiration to many? Apply to be featured on the cover of Ego Magazine, a bi-monthly digital interactive publication under the Ego Entertainment Network brand. Apply to be featured in other sections such as education, business, media and entertainment, community leader, author of the month, or artist of the month. Visit www.egoentertainmentnet.com to apply today.
Track Island Beat by Ooooooohhhh. Like, follow, and share JQLM Radio on social media on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We follow back.
Wanna show you love, black girl. They throw you shade, don't want your light to shine, but your calling is to be strong. If you're falling, I'm here to hold you up. Black girl, this mountain I'll help you climb. I'll be watching your back because you had mine, and I hardly respect any that spit on.
Welcome to JQLM Radio, where there's real music, raw entertainment, and relevant topics. Check out our 24-hour music rotation of gospel, R&B, hip-hop, and pop with your favorite artists and new upcoming artists. If you enjoy engaging conversations, you'll love our talk show lineup of topics like relationships, news and politics, business, inspiring stories, and more. Download the JQLM Radio app or tune in through the TuneIn Radio app or the Stream a Simple Radio app. You can also listen live from our Facebook page by clicking the Use App button or from our website at www.egoentertainmentnet.com. If you miss your favorite shows live, you can catch the episodes on any of the major podcast platforms. That includes Spotify, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and more. Don't forget to follow, like, and share us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at JQLM Radio. We follow back. JQLM Radio, real, raw, and relevant. DP DeMarco Plays presents Philadelphia, the stage production worldwide virtual screening event from Dallas, Texas. It's coming to a screen near you on Saturday, January 30th, 2021 at 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Featuring celebrity actors Marcus Polk, K-Ron Joseph Riley, Pooch Hall, Willie Taylor, and actress Claudia Jordan. There are sponsorship opportunities available for you. From major corporations to small business owners or even a business collab sponsorship. Sponsorship opportunities include presenting sponsor, red carpet sponsor, celebrity meet and greet sponsor, commercial spots, and product placement. For more information and to secure your sponsorship, contact DeMarco Plays at info@demarcoplays.com. That's info@DEMARCOPLAYS.com. Or Ego Entertainment at info.egoentnet@gmail.com. That's info.egoentnet@gmail.com. Hurry! Spots are limited. You must secure your sponsorship by December 15th, 2020. Philadelphia, the stage production virtual screening event. Track CBPD by Ooooooohhhh on Mixkit.com.
And we are back. We are back. We are back. You know what? I'm really learning this whole thing right here, y'all. So
You're doing an amazing
give me a
job,
week or
love.
so and we'll be good to go. We'll be good to go.
You're
Give me a
doing
week or
good,
so and
baby.
we'll be good to go.
You doing
You're
a
So,
doing
great
good, Miss
job.
Roxdale.
You doing a great
huh?
job. You
Why,
doing a
thank
great
you
job.
guys.
Hey,
This was
Thank you.
amazing.
I appreciate that. I'm really working
people
hard
don't
to
know
do
unless
so.
you tell them.
Queen
Hey,
Bree, you ever
listen,
did a
I'm just
podcast before? You ever been a host on the show?
Yes, I actually have been a part of a radio show here.
Yes.
We have called Brunch with Black Folks. So when COVID kind of happened, everything kind of had to readjust, but we adjusting where we adjust. But I've never been a part of a production like this, honey.
What makes
That's
us so
cool.
special?
That's
Go ahead, tell us we don't.
I have never been a part of this production right here. Like I love this. So I was looking at the commercial like, dang, that's a dope picture. Oh, this is really nice. So beautiful. I love seeing Black people win. So congratulations to y'all.
Don't be trying to make us love on you.
Thank you for joining us tonight. It was very insightful.
Right.
It really was.
Aspect.
I was just going to say
I
thank
had no
you
idea
so
how in
much
depth we
for
was
all
going.
of the information, giving us all of those points and because I like your delivery of the information. It wasn't as if you had it wasn't that you gave information from somebody else's point of view. You actually gave insight from your point of view through your interactions and through your experiences. So that was truly, truly amazing. Are you open to people contacting you? And if so, can you give everybody your social media information so they can reach out to you if that's what you're open to?
I'm open to all things. So why start here? But you can follow me on Facebook and my Instagrams are all the same. I am Breketa Goodwin. So Breketa, BREKETA is my Facebook. And then Instagram, it's Breketa_Goodwin. And Snapchat, I'm not really there yet. And OnlyFans, I'm working on it.
I'm sorry. What's Facebook again? What's
Facebook?
Goodwin.
Breketa Goodwin, BREK. Want me to put it in the chat thingy?
It's
Breketa. Yes, please. Yes, please.
I'm doing it right now.
That's right.
I got you.
And so we're going to go ahead and give our information so we can get out of here on time tonight. The mouth. Go ahead and give people what you got coming up, baby.
Man, y'all know y'all can always catch me tomorrow night on blazingradio.com or download the app of Blazing Radio Live for Wind Down Wednesdays, man. It starts at 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Come hang out with your boy. Let's be grown and sexy. It's grown and sexy music for a few hours. And I let you guys take me on a journey as I take you on a journey. We just hang out together. That's at blazingradio.com. Tomorrow night, Wind Down Wednesdays from 11 to 2 a.m. You can follow me at @themouth_moments on all social media outlets, or either email me at themouth247@gmail.com, and I'll see y'all next Tuesday.
For sure.
All right. And Miss Cat, what you got, baby?
So yeah, nothing is really coming up for me. However, nothing's coming up. Getting ready for vacation. I'm teaching again this week, so all this week I've been preoccupied teaching another communication class, which is like my thing. I love it. It excites me. It makes me happy. And so I can be reached, of course, on all social media, just under Cat Miles, 2 T's, CATTMILES. And that's about it. And hopefully I can join y'all in the room tonight, this evening.
Hopefully.
I'm excited.
All right, Trosh, what you got, baby?
Man, your boy a little excited over here, you know. I can't really get into the details about everything. But I definitely have a super duper good meeting tomorrow, and I hope it go well.
It
So
shall.
yeah,
It will.
hey, shit is really finna pop out for your boy, you know. And I'm just excited. Like I didn't even see it coming. It came out of nowhere. So you know, I'm gonna let y'all know once it's official. You know, but
Okay.
until
Okay. I
and
did.
and I know my goddamn my logo designer. They got to be done with my shit. They got to be done with my shit. Shots fired and all that.
Pew pew pew.
Yeah, but in the meantime, just like, follow is Trosh, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that. It's Troche, everything. That's ITSTROCHE at whatever. I'm everywhere. Yo, it's gonna go down.
All right, all right. And so, last but not least, yours truly, your girl Leo Rochelle. You can follow me, like, share, follow on all social media platforms. You can follow me at Stylist Leo Rochelle on Instagram and Facebook. The Fat Girl Chronicles. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Royal Outcast Artistry, which is another part of me, where I create intuitive, customized paintings, fedoras, denim jackets, home decor, etc. So you can check me out there. And coming back soon and very soon, the Style Den, which is my fashion wardrobe styling business, where I will get you right and help you to find your own individualized style that fits for you. So make sure you like, subscribe, follow, share, all of that good stuff. And if you have not checked us out on YouTube, go find the Fat Girl Chronicles on YouTube. You can definitely check out all of the shows that you have missed if you haven't seen them. And you'll see this beautiful face as the picture for the YouTube channel, so you can check us out. Last but not least, you can check us out. If you don't want to watch us, you can listen to us on all social media platforms and podcast platforms as well. iHeart, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Audible. Pretty much anywhere you can listen to a podcast, you can find us there. So make sure you check us out. Make sure you stick and stay with us, because we got great things in store. We have more wonderful guests like Queen Bree, and we have more dope topics on the way. So if you have a topic that you would like for us to discuss, please feel free to shoot us the email at thefatgirlchroniclespodcast@gmail.com. Or if you would like to be a guest, a sponsor, or if you would like a commercial for the show, definitely feel free to shoot an email to that email address as well, the Fat Girl Chronicles Podcast@gmail.com. And we will be able to respond to you, give you all the information that you need and more, because, you know, we need you here every Tuesday where fat is where it's at. All right. So, listen. We thank you all for joining us. And if you are already following, like, shared, subscribed, and all of that good stuff to the Fat Girl Chronicles, we thank you for being here. We thank you all for joining us every week. Thank you for commenting and keeping us moving forward. Stay tuned, because it is just beginning and we are on our way up, baby. Okay? So, like your girl says every week, whatever you do for the rest of this evening and the rest of this week, don't do it with your half ass. Do it with your whole ass. All right? I love y'all. Peace and blessings to everybody. And we are out. I love y'all.
Even
Peace.
Some fingers.